Hi, I'm Reed. Welcome to the University Writing Center's APA in-text citation video in the APA Style series. In this video, we will learn how to create in-text citations for an APA style paper. If you would like to skip ahead or move backward in this video, use the table of contents located below the video. Closed captioning can be turned on by clicking the CC icon located on the bottom right of the video. The main topics in this video are why we use in-text citations and how to make different kinds of in-text citations. This video will explain the importance of in-text citation for academic writing and scholarship, as well as examples. The additional videos in this series cover more specific aspects of citation, such as paper formatting and works cited pages. Let us quickly recap the reasons for using citations. The most familiar reason why academic writing requires citation of sources is to give credit to others for their ideas. The next reason why we cite builds on the first, because citing sources shows that you are in conversation with other scholars and ideas, which builds authority. Finally, citation systems are designed to help your audience or readers locate your sources easily. So now that you know why we use citation and what a citation is, what exactly needs to be cited? First, any exact words or phrases that you borrow or insert into your writing needs to be cited. Next, any paraphrased or summarized passages, ideas, or concepts of other scholars should be cited. Next, data and facts that other scholars or sources have noted should be cited. It is important to give credit to others for the research they've done. Finally, it is expected that you will cite any ideas that you discover through research. Pointing to a credible source for facts and assumptions can boost your credibility if your audience is unsure about an idea. APA uses a version of parenthetical citation that emphasizes the year of publication. There are two formats to incorporate the in-text citation. In the first example, the author is not mentioned in the sentence, so the author, year, and page number are included in the parentheses at the end. In the second example, the author's name is incorporated into the sentence directly, followed immediately by the year of publication in parentheses. Because this source is a direct quote, the page number is included at the end of the sentence. Let's look at a few more examples of these two formats. First, let's look at end-of-sentence citation. When citing a text with only one author, whose name does not appear in the sentence, you place the author's name, followed by a comma, then the year of publication, followed by a comma, and finally, the page where the quote or paraphrase is. This information is placed in parentheses at the end of the sentence, and it is important to notice that the period always comes after the closing parenthesis as the final thing in the sentence. The second example is a paraphrase. Notice there are no quotation marks because it is not a direct quote, but rather a reworking of the information into your own words. When the author's name is mentioned in the sentence, you no longer need to place that information at the end. Instead, after the author's name, place the year of publication in parentheses. The page number where the information comes from still comes in parentheses at the end of the sentence, with the period following after the final parenthesis. This rule also applies if multiple authors are mentioned. When a text has two authors, list both authors' names every time the source is cited. For a text with 3 to 5 authors, list all authors' names the first time the work is cited. After, you only need to list the first author's name followed by et al. It is important to notice that the all always has a period after the l. These examples apply to end-of-text citation. If the author name comes in the middle of the sentence, place the year in parentheses after, just as you would do with a single author. When the text has 6 or more authors, simply list the first author's name followed by et al. For each citation at the end of the sentence, including the first one. If you are using a source without an author listed, then you place the title of the work, whether shortened or full, in place of the author's name. This title should have quotation marks around it with a comma coming inside of them. The publication year remains the same. While using sources without authors can lead to issues with credibility, there are also examples of sources without authors that can strengthen arguments. One such source would be the American Medical Association. Organizations with well-known abbreviations should be written out in full with the abbreviation placed in brackets the first time, then just the abbreviation after that. Sometimes, when using online sources, the page number is not available. This is not a problem, and so instead of listing a page number, you should instead give a section number or paragraph number. Sometimes the quote you want to use is not from the author of the text, but rather a quote from another source. In these cases, it is important to name the originator of the quote in your sentence, like in the example. Then, rather than repeating the author's name in the citation, you should say where the quote was cited, with the year of publication for the work citing the quote, as well as the page number where it appears. It is also helpful to track down the original source so you can better understand the context of the quote. This will help you understand the quote as well as why it is being quoted in the text that you are using. For additional help on APA citations and style, you can visit the University Writing Center either in person or online. To do this, you simply need to make an appointment either through our website, over the phone, or in person. You can also refer to the Manual for APA, American Psychological Association, the 6th edition. You can take a tutorial at apastyle.org. And finally, you can download the APA handouts from the U of L Writing Center webpage. Coming up next is the final video in our APA Style and Citation series. This final video will discuss how to create the reference page for your paper. Thank you for watching.